Hello guys, welcome back to another lovely trading video. In this one we're going to be doing some in-depth stock analysis on GRNA. Reason for this is it is today's at least one of the leading gappers today, being up around 48% as we're recording this video. But it did make most of its move after hours yesterday and pre-market today. However, we are also going to do the analysis on it because it is a great example of how these standard deviation channels work, and what we mean by it is coming into resistance into these levels, because really this did near enough pinpoint accuracy. So, to start off, we will be looking at the 4 hours so we can start seeing these support and resistance levels. We can see that at least on the 4 hour we have resistance at 1150, 840 and around 540. Then going on to the daily, we have more resistance at around 570, 862 and again 1150. And what you can see on both the 4 hour and the daily, the deviations line up very close together. And when you see this, the trades are usually a lot more efficient because you know they're going to be a lot more accurate. If we go and check how it reacted into these levels, you can see that at least here you got your bounce that you wanted, came back, kind of retested, and we can kind of see that it's failing down. And even when it did this massive move after hours, you can still see it wasn't able to hold this 1150, and that's why we sold off so harsh. We came back, retested it and failed. And as soon as you see this again, you usually know the stock's going to sink to that next deviation, in this case around the 860 to the 840 mark. Came back, you kind of had to wait for that breakthrough, and then again we're expecting that push to the next deviation. So really this is what we're looking for in all stocks. You're kind of seeing the overall move and then the overall decline. Usually this doesn't happen as quick as it did on GRNA. Sometimes it takes a few days, but this is usually how they plan out. Is there anything else GRNA can do? Well, if it continues up, then we already have our resistance levels there, and so they're the ones we've already pointed out. You know, the 570 to 540, the 860 to 840, and around the 1150. If it did go higher than today's high, then we would be looking around 1450. However, a fourth deviation, you don't really tend to see stocks go to that level, and that would be very extreme, so we would be very bearish on it if it did come into this level. But as we are currently declining in price, what are going to be support levels going even further down? So we do have some half deviations around $4.25 and $4. So this, if you're maybe trying to look for some small scalp plays, these levels may do that for you. However, as a half deviations, we usually look for more confirmation and or just reduced size, because they're not as strong as trading these whole deviations. And if prices continue down, what's going to kind of be our final target? Really, that final target is going to be around 330, because that is the gap fill created yesterday. And then once the stock comes back into that 330 area, we would really just look to not trade it anymore, because it's already done its move, come back, and then you may get a dead cat bounce, but that's usually a few weeks or months down the line. So really looking to trade it past this level, that there'll be something better else to trade. That is the main breakdown on GRNA. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. Hope to see you next one, and that's it. Peace.
Maybe I'm crazy.